Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I can never say Disney for some reason. Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Today we have the world's deadliest snakes. This is from National Geographic. It is a three-part docu-series, just 3 episodes, about 44 minutes long each. It is from 2020, and it features narration by Graham McTavish. And if just by listening to that name, you don't think it would fit perfectly with a for a documentary about venomous, dangerous, deadly snakes, well, you'd be wrong. You honestly, this he's perfect. He's perfect. He has a certain level of menace and to his tone that just makes it absolutely perfect. If you don't know who Graham McTavish is, you've seen him in if you watched House of the Dragon. He's Dwalin in the Hobbit films. He was in one of the later Rambo films, and also in Preacher. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Usually Outlander. He's been in Outlander, so he's been in a bunch of stuff. That doesn't matter. It's about snakes. It's about snakes and Graham McTavish, but he's usually pretty great in anything he shows up in. So, but snakes, however, if you're not freaked out or scared of snakes yet, just watch this. If you want to see a lot of slow motion snake attacks on smaller animals, sometimes other snakes. Yes, there are snakes that eat snakes, like that are not too much different in size. They're 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 just hungry. They're really really hungry. So yeah, they attack. You get to see lots and lots and lots of mice die. Lizards, birds, other snakes. Even you see them bite a human foot, but you don't realize until later it's a fake human foot. They basically put it down into I guess maybe it's in a special cage or something, like a special terrarium type thing where they can shoot it, and it's basically there to show its reaction time to just somebody walking through the jungle and then bite. And part of this series is leveling up. It's the world's deadliest. Who is the world? Which one is the world's deadliest snake? And so there's a whole series of stats that each snake that's presented, whether it's India, Africa, Australia, where easily the most deadly snakes exist. We have snakes here in the U.S., Canada, Europe. They're all over the place, but there have to be some in South America too. The Amazon, geez. But they focus mainly in the first episode on India, Africa, and Australia. Yeah, it's it basically there's a leaderboard in a sense of how based on their location, I guess how prevalent they are, how aggressive they are, how fast they are, how venomous they are, and I think just how deadly they are in general based on those things. And so with each snake they introduce, you think, man, that's the deadliest. They can't get deadlier than that. Then they get to the next one, and they're just start stacking up the stats, and it's like, how are anybody alive anymore? Because snakes. But no, it is kind of funny. Just they exist. They serve a purpose. We would be overrun with a lot of rodents and things like that carry disease, as they have throughout history. Hello, Europe. And without snakes, who just easily pick them off and are immune to such diseases that the rodents might carry, we probably wouldn't have society as it is today. So snakes serve a really good purpose. However, when you're in India and you live in a small village and they bite. Anytime your kids might be out playing cricket or soccer or whatever, or just yeah, it's not just the vermin that they get after. It's people, and honestly, you start walking around jungles, you can kind of expect. Make sure you wear some solid footwear, because those fangs look just. There's lots of open mouth shots of vipers and all sorts of other snakes just launching themselves at the camera. And yeah, of course there's pythons too. There's pythons just like a 350 foot-pound thing that has no venom and it doesn't bite because it doesn't have to. Now the biting starts when you're captured and you need to say be swallowed. Yeah, yeah, that's I don't. But there's not like a bunch of crunching. But you want to see mice get crunched on? That's here. This is a place to go. But if you're at all fascinated by snakes, if your kids are fascinated by snakes, this will throw them over the edge one way or the other. They'll go, oh my gosh, these things are the coolest things in the world. Or they're going to be like, I never want to go outside again. And please wrap everything in my room in just plastic sheeting and make sure there's no holes. It's a bit unsettling. So yeah, you can watch the entire series in 3 episodes, an hour and a half, 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, and get the gist of it. I've only watched the first one. I got the point, and while it is absolutely fascinating, it's just yeah. I mean, I can handle a snake if I needed to. It's not the bitey ones, not really into the bitey ones, but you know if somebody says, hey, this snake doesn't bite and it's cool and it just likes to slither around, I'm like, cool, I'll play with this snake. But no, I'm going to stay away from much of snake infested India. Just saying. And I know that friends live in Australia. Just everything wants to kill you there. Not even the humans. Like just the wildlife, primarily the snakes. And if you're going to be an Australian, I mean, if you're going to be a snake, you might as well be an Australian snake because you're not going to go hungry. You're going to get what you want. And India just seems to also have just the biggest breeding ground for just the scariest stuff. So I'm not going to tell you who the most deadly one is. There's a lot of flowing stats. Some of them move up and down the charts throughout the episode. And maybe by the 3rd episode, they'll have a best of the best out of the 3 episodes. You never know. The cool thing is that it's also not very like sensationalistic. It's not treated like a reality TV show or anything else like that. No, it's not like, oh my gosh, is that person going to get bit? Cut to commercial. And then it's, oh my gosh, is that person going to get bit? And they don't get bit. Like, it's none of that stuff. It's, it's, you get facts, you get scenarios, you get people recreating things. There's kids, they must get children to pretend to be bitten by snakes on the soccer field. Or they drop their cricket bat and they're like, ow, ow, and then they fall over. That sounds a little unsettling, but hey, somebody got $1 out of that. That's pretty good. You just fell over because you got bit by a snake. Free meal, a couple rupees, and you're set. You can do it all the time. Good way to make money. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 56. All right, 56. What do we got here? Jeez. There's only a handful, maybe 6 episodes in this list that aren't on Disney Plus anymore. They were like technically on Disney Plus, but then they were really Hulu and they got locked over to Hulu. Between the time I made this list, which was literally at the end of last month, and the time July started, like a bunch of stuff got shifted over. So this is one of them. 56 is Hyper Knife, which is a Korean drama kind of, maybe it's kind of sci-fi, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what it was about, but it was on Disney Plus. Now it's Hulu, but provided by Hulu. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Here, watch this for free, courtesy of Hulu, even when you don't have Hulu. No. We might get to those later. There's a lot of movies and series, especially, that are on Hulu that are not on Disney Plus. I want to go through all the Disney Plus stuff first, and then we can get the ancillary Hulu Disney Plus crossovers. We're not doing it for ESPN Plus. I'm just telling you that right now. 121. But the fact that we've done like 3 of these 6 things so far have been selected is just mind-boggling to me. Okay. I am not sure what this is, it's marked as a short, which means it's either a special or it is literally a short. But we'll see. I just don't know the context of it. It is called The Last Verse. So, anyway, we'll figure it out. Uh, it sounds familiar, but I just can't think of it. The Last Verse is what we're watching next in the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.